I want you to follow your dreams. I have been wanting to make this video for a long time, and I tried to do it yesterday by climbing a mountain and kind of like, talk about it, but I failed massively because half of my commentary is just me trying to catch my breath. I was always told that, you had to have a serious job always. So I decided hey, Fernando, let's be honest. This is a long story. This is something where people really have to sit down and listen to it if they're interested. And I really want to share as much information as possible. Yeah, get comfy, clean some dishes. I can clearly see your room is dirty, so probably you should clean it while listening. So yeah, let's get into it. I want to start as early as where I was born, in Venezuela. I feel that people in Venezuela are very strong to point out if you are a failure. People are very concerned if you take a gap year. They're already like, oh my gosh, he's taking a gap year. What is he gonna do? He clearly is a failure. But you have to study and graduate, and probably graduate as a business person, as a doctor, lawyer, or something that would make money, for sure. It's kind of it was predetermined that you should do certain things, and it was almost built into our school system. When you were in your last years of high school, you had to choose between two things: apply science or human resources. And apply science is everything that you can relate to science: biology, math, physics, and human resources, human studies, whatever. I probably am doing it wrong, but whatever, human stuff, human stories, more into arts and history. I was in love with that because clearly, as you can see, I enjoy making videos, and I enjoy the part of the storytelling. Everything that had to do with the studies, I enjoyed. The thing is, if you choose that, then you're automatically looked as a failure. You're automatically looked as that person really doesn't want to study. I didn't want it to go in that checkbox where it was okay, Fernando Taura is a failure. So I went into applied sciences. And that was the worst decision that I could have done because clearly I was miserable and I just studied because I had to study. Then I entered into university, and I was gonna study business administrations because that's kind of whatever person studies when they don't know what to do. One of the best and worst things happened to me, which was the country was going into a downfall. I was just okay, I'm not gonna go down with this ship. So I had the opportunity to go to Germany because my sister was living there. And I chose Germany because it was something so far away from my bubble. In my bubble, I knew people would go to Spain or to the US. So I was okay, perfect. I want to go to totally the opposite. So I went to Germany. And when I got to Germany, I kind of got hit by reality really quick. Learning German is quite hard. It is also expensive. And I had to start paying my things. But I assumed the risks and I just owned it. And I was happy just equally to do my own thing. One of the jobs that I got when I came here was to become an assistant of a waiter. And I tell this every time I can. But it's impressive because it's the lowest job that you can ever get, almost. And boom, that's your job. And I was getting paid minimum wage. And my plan was to enter into university here and kind of continue with the same plan that I had back in Venezuela, but in Germany. That just didn't make any sense. I was why am I studying this? And now that I'm paying my own things, to who I owe this career? That's when I was starting to ask myself what I want to do for my life. And the fact that I was in this shitty job where I was constantly surrounded by people that were frustrated with what they wanted to do, because there's nothing more toxic than surrounding yourself with people that are unhappy. I had to get out of here, and then I asked myself really hard every day, what do I want to do for the rest of my life without even getting paid? What is it? And I remember that I enjoyed a lot making YouTube videos. There's a channel called Our Zone. And this is a channel that I created with my best friend.
Hey, what's up?
Dude, that made me so happy. And I was like, wait, I'm here in Germany and I know that I can make money out of making films. Like, this is a first world economy. People want to have videos. At one point, I get hired as a videographer. Finally, after going through all that crap, moving to a different country, learning a new language, feeling pressured that my life wasn't going nowhere, getting rejected by multiple companies. After all that, finally I can be a full-time filmmaker. It takes time to realize what you want to do. It takes time to really think about, okay, this is what I want to do for the rest of my life. Because it takes time to understand or self-diagnose yourself, to know these are the things that I want to do. So if you're ever scared of transitioning from your ordinary job into what makes you happy, this is the way to do it. You slowly reduce your time at your job. That's what I did. I had to work almost 7 days a week to sustain myself in Munich, basically. The only way that I could really start transitioning was to use as much of my free time into what I really wanted to do. You don't need a lot of money to switch. You just need to have a bit of determination and motivation to use your free time at the beginning and like fully send it. And that free time can be an hour, 2 hours. Step by step, it really makes a difference. And that's what I did. I didn't have anything, nobody paid anything for me to push myself into making videos, but slowly I know that YouTube will pay off. That's it. I kind of like feel that there's no real excuse to not do what you want. And if you think about it, we're all gonna die. So why are we wasting time doing something that we don't like? Sometimes I see people at the Paralympics doing some amazing things and I question myself, if this person can do this, can I not do this? That's it. I hope really that I open a conversation in your mind, I guess. And if you have any questions, I'm happy to answer them. Okay, see you in the next one. Bye bye.